Hello everyone, welcome to SSGuruCool. Today we will cover basics of project management fundamentals. When I say project management fundamentals, so we need to understand the ecosystem. Try to understand, the various components. What are projects? What are operations? What are portfolios, programs? So we will start off with the subject as a whole. So when we say project management, so what is the basis on which you will be evaluated, or a project manager is expected to know project management knowledge? So it is called as project management body of knowledge. Obviously, project management body of knowledge is built on all the best practices that has been contributed by all the practitioners of the industry. And assume that you have to print all those, it will run to floors. So to have a concise view of those subset of project management body of knowledge that is generally recognized as good practice is called PMBOK guide. So once again, PMBOK guide is that subset of broader project management body of knowledge that is generally recognized as good practice. So what does generally recognized means? Generally recognized means that it is applicable to most projects most of the time, and there is widespread consensus about its value. Now, what does good practice mean? Good practice means that there has been evidence that applying those techniques has increased the chance of success of projects. The project manager is given authority, empowered to choose within that project management body of knowledge as to what is suitable for that project. Okay, so we spoke a lot about project. So what does project, how does project management body of knowledge, PMBOK guide, define project? A project is a temporary endeavor that results in a unique product, service or result. So the product could be an end product or a component which will be used to produce the end product, or it could be a service, a training company providing a data science coaching, or a result, an audit firm auditing the financial results and producing a document. So when we say temporary, it has a definitive start and a definitive end. Temporary does not mean shorter in duration, need not be, right? And temporary is not associated with the output. It is only with reference to the project. Now, if I say definitive start, definitive end, so when does the project end is reached? So project end is reached either number one, when the project's objectives are accomplished, or when you know for sure the objective for the project cannot be accomplished, or the need for the project itself no longer exists, or your stakeholders or customer have cancelled the project, or fifth, there are no funding or resources available. So these are 5 possible situations wherein a project end can be achieved, right? So what projects do? Projects do 2 things. One, it creates value for the organization. So when I say business value, it can be tangible or intangible benefits. So tangible, it could be profits, it could be return on investment, intangible goodwill, market share. So projects do help in that. The second place where projects help is drive change in the organization. So organization have an as-is state or a current state, and they have to move to a desired state. So projects help in that migration. A classic example is earlier account opening in banks would be more paper driven. Today everything is mobile and internet oriented. Now, why do projects at all happen? So project come into existence. Number one, it could be because of regulatory requirements. Number two, based on stakeholder needs. Number three, there is a current product which is flawed. You need a project to fix it. Number four, there could be changes in technological advances. So these are reasons where projects come into existence. So now we kind of got a frame around projects. So what are operations? So while projects are unique and temporary, operations are repetitive and ongoing. While projects are initiated to attain an objective, operations are required to sustain business. So we need to understand that projects and operations doesn't occur in vacuum. There are 2 other areas that we need to understand: programs and portfolios. So what are programs? Program Programs are a collection of projects, interdependent projects that are managed in a coordinated way to attain benefits and control that are not possible when handling projects individually. So the keyword here is interdependent and collective capability. So a classic example of a program is a satellite. So you need a base station, you need to build transponders, you need to build software to control. So all these have to be managed in a coordinated way. So now what is portfolio? Portfolio is a collection of projects, programs, sub-portfolio operations towards strategic objective. So let us take a power plant. So the power plant has a water treatment plant and a thermal power plant. All thermal related projects and programs can be managed under that portfolio. All water related programs and operations can be managed under another portfolio. So the portfolio's objective is to maximize the strategic objective of the organization. So from an organization standpoint, program management and project management are doing things the right way, whereas portfolio management is focusing on doing the right programs and projects. Let us now look at the definition of project management. Project management is the application of skills, knowledge, tools and techniques to project activities so that we meet project requirements. Now, project management, portfolio management, program management can be compared against scope changes, change requests and all other various features. All those can be found in the page in PMBOK.